Joining me now, the veteran D.C. delegate from the nation's capital in Congress, Democratic Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton. Congresswoman, thanks so much for being with us. First of all, do you think, given the concerns of many of your colleagues, we've heard this from the Democratic caucus this week, about the March 4th threats, about what they're facing in their home districts when they travel, when they come to the complex, despite the admittedly horrible fence and, and all that is around the Capitol right now that no one likes, that some more security is needed. Should the Guard stay, or is it time to take it all down?
Well, I'd certainly rather have the Guard than the fencing. And as long as the Guard is here based on credible intelligence, I, of course, have no objection to that. But look what we just had, March 4th, and we were told, indeed, the House adjourned because of the threats about March 4th. We really can't keep being afraid in our own capital of our own people. So I think some of this is approaching being overdone. As long as it's based on credible intelligence, and especially if it doesn't mean more fencing, then of course that's the thing to do. But we have got to get back to the Capitol we know. And we're not going to do that if we continue to have a March 4th where the House adjourns and nothing happened.
Is it the first order of business, though, should be perhaps dealing with the chain of command that was revealed so dramatically in these recent hearings, where it took 4 hours after the general in charge of the D.C. National Guard could even get the authorization to move the troops that he had preliminarily put on buses at the Armory. He could have gotten there in 18 minutes when he first asked for it at 1:49, and he didn't get the approval till 5:08. And if they'd been moving by 1:49 and gotten there 18 minutes later, a lot of the damage would not have been done.
Completely avoidable. I have a bill in it. It doesn't take my statehood bill, and we got the statehood passed for the first time in June, about to get it passed again. It doesn't take statehood to get control of the National Guard. The conflagration at the Capitol would have been much mitigated if, in fact, the district had had control over its National Guard and could have called out any of a dozen National Police who finally did come, as you say, after 3 hours. This really had to do with Trump, then the President of the United States. To call out the National Guard, the district has to go to the president. That's why I have a bill to give the mayor of the District of Columbia the right to call out the National Guard just like any other mayor can. But the mayor held back the National Guard because it was, remember, the president held back the National Guard because, remember, it was the president who essentially incited this mob to the Capitol, and he wanted them there. The result is what we saw on January 6th and what we're still paying for, certainly here in the nation's capital.
Yeah, and I want to clarify something that has come up this week, including here yesterday, because the Republicans had a leadership meeting in Florida midday Thursday on March 4th. And the decision to not have the session would only have been an hour or so, with maybe an hour of debate and one vote on Thursday morning. And they did that. You all did that on Wednesday night. So there was really no price paid in terms of legislative business because they couldn't have had a longer session on Thursday. And there were certainly concerns, as you probably heard from caucus members, from your colleagues, that they felt under threat. And there was real intelligence, I'm told.
Are you talking about the reading of the bill?
I'm talking about the vote on the George Floyd vote on Wednesday night, where you had a longer session Wednesday night and did not have a session on Thursday. And that, in fact, there was no business to be done on Thursday at that point.
Yeah. There was no business to be done, and we have got to stop calling off business. Or else what you're going to have are people making threats all the time, and the Congress not being able to get its work done. All you got to do is call in the threat, and that's it.
Clearly a continuing problem. Thank you very much, Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton. Appreciate your being here.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.